Pelch with Laptop Magazine, and we're here today looking at the latest version of the Hyperspace Instant On operating system, which now includes an office productivity suite with word processor, spreadsheet, and presentation software. So let's have a look. So we're looking at a version of Hyperspace Hybrid, which is the version of Hyperspace that allows you to switch back and forth with Windows. However, these features will also be available in Hyperspace Dual, which dual boots with Windows, meaning that if you want to switch to Windows, you have to exit from Hyperspace and boot into Windows. Just like previous versions of Hyperspace, we have the web browser, and we have links to YouTube, Facebook, and Meebo, and Amazon.com, but these are just links. If you click them, you just go to those websites in the same browser. But new are the Write application, which is part of Hyperspace Office. We click that and that will load. You'll see, if you look closely, that they all say powered by ThinkFree, which means that Phoenix, the makers of Hyperspace, have ported this from ThinkFree Office. If you look here, you'll see this is a pretty standard word processor. It has several different fonts for you to choose from. It has lots of formatting options, and you can type all kinds of things just like you can in a word processor. Once you've typed something and you want to save your document, you can now save it actually to a special My Documents folder, which is stored on the same partition as Hyperspace. So if you want to get to that My Documents folder, you just click it in the left pane and you can actually see everything that's in it. This is not to be confused with the Windows My Document folder, which you really can't do, which you can't access from within Hyperspace. If you want to open one of these documents in regular Microsoft Office from within Windows, you can. However, you can't get to the My Documents folder, the Hyperspace My Documents folder, from within Windows. So how do you do it? You right-click on that document and you select Open With. It asks you, do you want to open this with Windows? If you say Accept, it will actually go into Windows. If Windows is asleep, it will wake Windows up. Remember, you're in Hyperspace Hybrid, so Windows is actually running in the background simultaneously with Hyperspace, and it's switching us into Windows right now. It's because Windows had gone to sleep, it made us log in again, and you'll see that it will actually open MS Word with the text of our document in it. The same applies to the Calc feature with Excel and to the Presentations feature with PowerPoint. You can see here it's ported this over, and if we want to make changes to it and use it, we'll have to save it here in Windows. Unfortunately, the changes that we make, it doesn't look like they will necessarily be available to us from within Hyperspace should we switch back to Hyperspace with this. We may have to email it to ourselves or something, because it doesn't look like there's particularly a place to put this that Hyperspace would be able to retrieve it. So that's the word processing feature, and here's a quick look at Calc, which is the spreadsheet app, and looks and acts very much like Excel. All these Hyperspace Office applications are compatible with Microsoft Office 2007 and below. So even the very difficult to open DocX format can be opened here. The spreadsheet, however, is limited to only 65,535 rows, which is less than the row count of Excel 2007, but matches the row count of some earlier Excels. So if you've got a really big spreadsheet from Excel 2007, you may not be able to open it all here. and show. This is the PowerPoint, and you can see that it probably doesn't have all the functionality of PowerPoint, but one of the benefits of having the presentation software in here is that you can, in fact, take a PowerPoint that you created with Office 2007 or an earlier Office and use Hyperspace while you're actually showing it to your colleagues. We also have Notepad here, which is just a very simple text editor, and a calculator. So these are new applications in Hyperspace, which is really building out the functionality of Hyperspace to where you don't need to switch back and forth with Windows, or in the case of Hyperspace, dual boot into Windows nearly as often, and you have an operating system that boots more quickly and wakes from sleep very quickly. So it's very easy if you're working on something to very simply close the lid of your notebook, carry it to another room, and open the lid of your notebook, and it'll wake up again very, very, very quickly. You just saw it woke up in basically less than a second because it had only been closed for a short time. After a couple minutes, it goes into what's called cold sleep, and then it takes maybe up to 4 seconds to wake, but really, really fast wake and sleep. The goal being that you can just carry this around with you from meeting to meeting, closing the lid, or use it, or just leave it on all the time, plug it into charge once in a while, and you won't miss. You won't wait too long for it to wake from sleep. This is Abram Pilch with Laptop Magazine, taking a first look at Hyperspace with the new Hyperspace Office Productivity Suite.